Now somebody would say, seventh question I can relate, at the time of death, how we can remember God. Why? Because in scriptures it is said that whatever that we remember at the time of death, that is what we attain. And that Bhagavan himself is also going to talk about. So that question is relevant question. But all these other terms, whether I know them or don't know them, how does it matter? And another thing is, happily Bhagavan was talking about all the bhakti and all, right, in 7th chapter. Why suddenly this Adi bhUta, Adi Daiva, Adi Yajna, Adhyatma, all this new topic? We could have just continued on that trend. So here is the thing now. Not that what is going to come here is something totally new. There are certain things which we have already seen. But we have seen them in different language. For example, in this cup, there is water. And we all know its name is water. But it has other name also. And you all know that. H2O. Now somebody says, just call it water. Why do you want to know it as H2O? Well, the thing is, it is its technical name. And when we become student of scriptures, we have to know concepts. And we also have to know their technical names. We cannot ignore them. That is the way to know a thing. Not that in our day-to-day usage we are going to use those terms. But if somebody uses, we should not get confused. For example, kids when they first time learn in their physics or chemistry, H2O, and they come home. Mom, I want some H2O. And of course, mom will first time hear what happened. And then she will feel proud that my child is learning something. And for sugar also there is some similar term. I myself don't remember. If anyone remembers, they can say that. But it will be lot of hydrogen and lot of carbon and this and that, or some term will be there. Just say you want sugar. But those names are also there. And in chemistry books, they will use always such terms only. They will never use simple terms. You go to doctor. Their professional names, they will not say he is eye specialist or he is a kidney specialist and all. Those terms we can understand, so they will not use. They will use some big terms. And they want you to figure out what is that. I went to somebody's house, he was endocrinologist. To remember that name itself takes time. And then you have to figure out what that is. Glands specialist. So like that, in our Shastra, there are these technical terms. And we are so much far from them, so we feel little unconnected with them. But once we read the answer, then we will say, oh, this is simple. So, this is some technical vocabulary that has come in. But what Bhagavan is going to do, he also knows what is important. So, in stanza number 3 and 4, he is going to answer first 6 questions. And 24 shlokas he is going to use to answer that 80 marks question. Prayana kale cha katham, which is what we actually want to know. And this prayana kala is that time of death. That is why, for most people, when they die, or when they are about to die, this chapter you can read. The highest is second chapter only, that you are not born, you are not dying. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit. But if that individual is really not initiated into Vedanta, then this chapter. And 15th chapter is the essence, where Purushottama, everything is covered there. So that way it is important chapter. If we, have to go somewhere. Okay, now let us see the answer. Shri Bhagavan-uvacha aksaram brahma paramam svabhAvo'dhyAtmam-ucyate bhUta bhAvod bhavakaro visargah karma samjnitah. Shri Bhagavan-uvacha aksaram brahma paramam svabhAvo'dhyAtmam-ucyate bhUta bhAvod bhavakaro visargah karma samjnitah. Bhagavan said, see, they are very brief answers. Aksaram brahma paramam. First question is answered. What is Brahma? That was his question. Right? Bhagavan says, aksaram brahma. Aksaram, kshara means decay, perishing. Aksaram, imperishable, is Brahman, is Brahma. Brahma word in Bhagavad Gita itself is used in different context. Brahma word is used for Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma means Ishvara, God with attribute. Saguna Brahma. Brahma word also is used for Vedas. In 6th chapter we saw that. In 3rd chapter also, when that cycle of karma was given, there also Brahma was used for Vedas. Brahma word is also used for Brahmanas, like in Kathopanishad. Brahma word in 14th chapter Bhagavan is going to use for Prakriti, Maya. So Brahma can be Maya, Brahma can be Vedas, Brahma can be Saguna Brahma, Brahma can be Nirguna Brahma, Brahma can be Brahmana. Everything can be Brahman. So which one you are referring to, Bhagavan? So Bhagavan says, Aksharam Brahma. So Prakriti is also Aksharam. Saguna Brahma is also Aksharam. Nirguna Brahma is also Aksharam. Vedas are also imperishable, the knowledge. But here Bhagavan says, paramam. Paramam Aksharam Brahma. That means Nirguna Brahma only is called real Brahma. Attribute-less, formless, conditioning-less, infinite consciousness is called Brahma. And this Brahma in Mundakopanishad, what we are studying on Saturday, is referred by the name Aksharam. So that Aksharam Paramam Brahma. This is answer to question number 1. So infinite consciousness is Brahma. Second one. What is Adhyatmam? Arjuna's question was. See, Bhagavan is going in the same order. What is Adhyatmam? svabhAvo'dhyAtmam-ucyate. Svabhavaha is Adhyatmam. What is svabhAvah? SvabhAvah means its nature. Simple translation is its nature. Now what is the nature of Brahma? So, Brahma is infinite consciousness, unlimited. This Brahma, how it is available, where it is recognized. So it is said, this Brahma is available, this consciousness. Because if we say consciousness is everywhere, infinite. So the question would be, where is it? Here it is there. If it is there, is it available? So to make it available, some reference point is required. And that is in the form of this upadhi, this equipment. And it is said, in the heart or in the intellect, as the witness of all thoughts, this becomes the access point of that Brahma. And that is called Adhyatmam. So what is Adhyatmam? Adhyatma is Adhi plus Atma becomes Adhyatma. Atma means consciousness when it is referred to from the individual standpoint. And Brahma is that same consciousness referred by the total standpoint. It is like in this room when all the things are taken out and we say, what is there in this room? We say space. And what is outside this hall? Space. So space is there also, space is here also. They both can be referred by different terms, different names. Hall space, total space, or outer space, inner space. But the one who really knows the nature of space says this outer and inner, hall space and total space, these are only terminologies. Space is always infinite, one alone. So Adhyatma is, Adhi means in, Adhikarana, located, where Atma is located, Adhi Atma. So Bhagavan says, svabhAvo'dhyAtmam And svabhAvo'dhyA means, swaha bhavaha is svabhAvo'dhyA here. Nature of one's own self. That is called svabhAvo'dhyA. That svabhAvo'dhyA is Adhyatma. So, what is my nature is called Adhyatma. Swaha bhavaha. Swasya bhavaha. One's own nature. Now, generally when we refer to ourselves, we don't refer to Atma. We say, I am putting on some weight, I need to lose some. Now, who is putting on weight? Not Atma. Right? Body. So, what I am doing is, when I am referring to myself, I am using body. But body alone is never able to say that I am losing or I am gaining weight. Right? So it is body with Atma. Without consciousness there is no expression. And that consciousness also should be able to manifest through subtle body. Now these concepts we have studied in Vedanta Shastra. In the next class we are studying this. So, when I say I am putting on weight, I am losing weight, I am getting old, body is referred. That means my understanding is I am body. But that expression makes use of consciousness also. And therefore Adhyatma includes anything that I refer to as I. If I say, I am very hungry, so what I am referring to is the activities of pranas, because hunger and thirst are the dharma of prana. When somebody says, I am confused in this class, this 8th chapter, I thought Bhagavan was talking about all bhakti. So when somebody says, I am confused, is Atma confused? No. So who is confused? That mind with which I have identified myself. And I think I am my mind. And therefore in Adhyatma, Deha, Indriya, Prana, Mana, Buddhi, everything is included. But the real meaning of Adhyatma is Atma. The consciousness which is as though enveloped by this one unit. That is called svabhAvo'dhyAtmam. And that's why this teaching, this studying is called Adhyatma Shastra. What are we studying? When we say spiritual science, Adhyatma Shastra. Adhyatma means anything that I study which refers to I is called Adhyatma. Now, do I consider myself as body? Yes, then about body also I study. That is why we begin with Annamaya Kosha, Sthula Sharira. We don't go and say, I am body, I am body. But what happens is, the dharma of body is taken as my dharma. When body gets old, I say, what do we say? I am getting old. Without hesitation we have to say. And then we have to say, actually I am not that. And see, that we feel very happy. So that is the truth. I am not that. This is Adhyatma. So we own up the dharma of other things. But we don't say, oh, I am 4-year-old when our car is 4-year-old. So we don't take up dharma of car also. So that study of car is not called Adhyatma. But anything related to I. So Shariratraya or Panchakosha. That is Adhyatma. Third one now. bhUta, third one means third question is being answered. bhUta bhAvod bhavakaro visargah karma samjnitah. Question was, what is karma? So Bhagavan says, bhUta bhava udbhavakaro visargah. Visargah is karma. See, now one meaning of visarga is the 2 dots. Aha. That 2 dots are also called visarga, colon, after one alphabet. Here visarga is, in Bhagavatam this term comes, sarga, visarga. So this is what we are going to see in next month, April. 4th canto is visarga. 3rd canto is sarga. Chaturtha skandha in Bhagavatam talks about visarga. Visarga means unmanifest things coming into manifestation. bhūta bhava udbhavakaraha visargah. Karma samjnitah means it is denoted by the term karma. So unmanifest things coming into manifestation. Like a seed bringing out the unmanifest tree into manifestation. So that process is called karma. Like that, there are so many beings, so many jivas, and all jivas, they all have, or we all have performed so many actions, karmas. And these karmas, they make us manifest in the form of taking up one body, giving up the earlier one. Like that, each individual takes one body, gives up the earlier one, and we go on. At the time of dissolution, all jivas, they are in suspended mode. Because Bhagavan says, I have to do some major cleanup. And Brahmaji's time is also over. One Brahmaji's term is over. Such things are going to come in this chapter. Pralaya, etc. So Brahmaji's term, when it is over, so he says, okay, now shut down for some time. So everything goes in unmanifest state. And then, when the karmas of all jivas are ready, keeping in mind karma of everyone, next srishti is created. That creation of next srishti is called visargah. So for that, what is instrumental is karma. Remember, the decision of what kind of srishti will manifest when is decided by karma. At our individual level, what kind of house I want to have. What is decided? Of course, bank balance, but bank balance or how much loan we can get, but that is based on what? Karma only. Right? So, utpatti, creation of whether one house or some jivas in the house. What is decided? What is deciding that? Karma only. What kind of furniture and facilities will be there? Karma. Right? Everything, all the equipments, appliances, whatever that we can get is based on karma. Just as at individual unit, family level or little bigger level, office level, imagine at the cosmic level. So the total karmas which bring in this creation into manifestation, that is bhūta bhava udbhavakaraha karma. Now this is the most simplest way to understand. I have not gone into the technical aspect. The bhashya, if you see, it talks about some other things which we are not very familiar with. But in the next class, at least I will touch upon what is indicated there. Okay? So 3 questions we have seen. What is Brahma? What is Adhyatma? And what is Karma? 3 questions are answered. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.